Y'all ready, kids?
I said it before and I'll say it again.
The whole thing is ridiculous.
You've just tuned in to the greatest radio show on earth. You're listening to the Mix Talk Radio with Andres T. Your home for news, sports, hot topics, and more. And now the host of the show, Andres T. And more.
Good morning, good afternoon, good day, whenever you're tuning in. How you doing? I'm your host, Andres T. And you are listening and watching Chalk Talk airing on ESPN Radio 101.7, the Team KQTM FM, Rio Rancho, Albuquerque, and the Mix Talk Radio on the Mix Media Network. Remember, the Mix Talk Radio is on demand at your fingertips. Just get online at themixmedianetwork.com. THE mixmedianetwork.com. The show is all about talking news, sports, current events, hot topics, and more. So thank you for listening and watching. I am excited to be here. I am live on location at the weigh-ins for Solo Boxeo, Gold Rush Solo Boxeo in the Bosque, taking place here at Santa Ana Casino. And it is going to be a blast April 28th, the evening of April 28th. Remember, look up, like I said before, look up all on-demand content, all line on the website, everywhere. TheMixMediaNetwork.com. The website's loaded with all kinds of great things, great shows, all that fantastic stuff, and it's all on demand at your fingertips. So thank you for watching and listening to the Mix Talk Radio. I hope you're having a fantastic day. I am. And today's show is awesome because, like I said, we are live on location at the weigh-ins for the Solo Boxeo in the Bosque here at Santa Ana Casino. Today's show, we're going to have Stephanie come up as well as fighters. And stepping into the show, I have Chavira Jack, who's stepping in. How you doing?
Very good.
All right, so tell me, you're here. We're here at the weigh-ins. What are your thoughts? You got a lot of people here. Give us your thoughts.
My thoughts are that I'm excited and ready for tomorrow's show.
All right, so now tell us a little bit about your thoughts and on Heather, your opponent. What are you thinking? I mean, anything in specific that you've started training for, or talk to us about that.
About Heather, I'm not really worried because I know I believe in myself, and I know that I pray every day and that God's on my side.
Absolutely. So look, I wanted to get you on the show, but you're busy. But now we're having you on the show now. So tell us a little bit about how you're approaching this fight, or how you've been training in general, or do you train the same every time you step into the ring?
I have a good coach that helps me get through my cardio, and I have another coach that he wants to work on my strength, and I just been training different most of the time, just like mostly with the guys.
So I mean, training with guys. I mean, being a female fighter. Tell us, is it difficult to be a female fighter?
Not really, unless you want to embarrass a guy.
And have you done that before?
Too many times, and I used to play basketball too.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still doing it.
Okay. I've talked with a few female fighters, and they do say that there's, some sort of difficulty, and it's great that you have that mentality that it's not difficult. But some other female fighters say that it's difficult because, and it's like across the board in any sport, whether it's basketball or softball and things like that. People would rather watch men fight. But one thing unique about boxing is it is actually really fun to watch women fight because, men are kind of like, okay, yeah, they're athletes, they're competitive, but they may want to just fight for the glory and just like, oh, look at me and whatnot. But females, they're out there to compete. I mean, is that something? Do you agree with that?
Yes.
Okay, well, what is something you do when you step into the ring? I mean, everybody has a certain ritual before you get into the ring to get pumped up or whatnot. What do you do?
Well, I just like to block everybody out and, go to my focus zone where I just sit in a quiet place and just think about what I'm going to do.
Now, let me ask you this. In regards to strategy, how much is boxing mental versus physical?
Mostly Mental.
Mostly mental?
Yeah.
What percentage? You say 90% mental?
90.
10%
Yeah,
physical?
about 90.
Okay, so you'd say it's like chess.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good one. So, all right, I know you got to get going here, but Chavira Jack, thank you so much for coming on the show, and good luck tomorrow, and we're looking for a great show, so thank you so much.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
All right, and now stepping on the deck, I have fighter John Herrera. How you doing, man?
Good.
Now, tell me, you're from Socorro, is that correct?
No, it's actually Roswell.
Roswell. Okay,
Yeah,
so on the sheet they had it messed up, but so from Roswell. So tell us a little bit about your thoughts and how it feels to come up from Roswell here to the Albuquerque area and get involved on this card.
Yeah, it's actually a great honor, I could say, the Golden Boy, Golden Girl card, and, this is mainly where I fight all the time, is in Albuquerque.
Okay.
So it's, I guess, nothing new, So
Yeah,
I've been
yeah.
here plenty of times. Same old thing, different day, pretty much.
How many fights have you had?
Professional, I've had 4.
Okay. And your current record is 1-2-1?
1-2-1, yes, sir.
Okay, and you're looking to make it 2-1.
2
Okay.
2-2-1, yes, sir.
Yeah. Well, tell us a little bit about your boxing experience and why'd you get started into boxing?
Actually, I guess, my dad and all my uncles were boxers, and I just I actually started here in Las Lunas with Tony Rosales.
Okay.
And then I was there for a few years, and then my dad moved to Roswell, and I went down there, and we just been boxing there for, I guess.
So you have a string of family that's involved in boxing, so it's like boxing, it's in your blood.
Yeah, pretty much. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, tell us a little bit about your thoughts on your upcoming matchup with Jordan. I mean, have you been training specifically for him, or have you been doing your own thing in your own comfortable way?
Yeah, haven't been training specifically for him. I don't know anything about him. I don't care to know anything about him. That's not going to make no difference. But yeah, I've had a real good training camp here. Probably the hardest I've trained for any of my fights. Sometimes I do slack off, I'm going to admit, but this one, I'm in it. In it to win it? I'm in it to win it. Had a good 7 weeks of hard training. So I'm ready. That's all it is. I'm ready for this one.
Well, I know you're busy, and I want to let you go, but John, I appreciate your time, and good luck tomorrow. And I'm ready to. I think everybody's ready to go and watch you guys put on a great show.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
There.
Absolutely.
Alrighty.
All right, once again, I'm your host, Andres T. You've tuned in and listened to Chalk Talk, airing on ESPN Radio 101.7, the Team KQTM FM, Rio Rancho, Albuquerque, as well as the Mix Talk Radio on the Mix Media Network. Thanks again for tuning in. Remember, don't forget, you can tune in and catch the show every Saturday, airing on the radio dial at 7 a.m. on 101.7 FM, okay? And you can always catch the Mix Talk Radio every day, really, on demand at your fingertips by logging on to the Mix Media Network website. Log on at themixmedianetwork.com, THE mixmedianetwork.com. Follow me on Twitter. I'm on Twitter, twitter.com/AndresT23, and I'll follow you right back. So like I always say, let me know your thoughts, let me know your feelings. What's up? Hit me up with an email at themixtalkradio@gmail.com, themixtalkradio@gmail.com. Hit me up with a message, and hey, I'll get you on the show, as well as like the Mix Media Network on Facebook. That's facebook.com/the Mix Media Network. And so thanks again for tuning in to the show. All right, and now I'm bringing another fighter here at the Solo Boxeo event, and I have Matthew Baca, who's joining us. How you doing, man?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing good. You ready to rock and roll?
Yeah, finally fight time.
Yeah. Now tell us a little bit about your thoughts on, you got through the weigh-in, your opponents, what are your thoughts? I mean, you had a change, and so give me your thoughts.
Right now, I'm just hoping to be fighting tomorrow night. That's pretty much just what I'm thinking. Hoping that something happens and I end up fighting. But right now, that's basically what I'm hoping for.
I mean, okay, getting somebody out there to oppose you. I mean, is this gonna throw you for a surprise? Are you training to deal with surprises?
Right now, I feel like I'm ready for whatever, and I just want to fight. It doesn't matter. I just want to fight. I just want to be in that ring Saturday night.
Okay. Now, tell us a little bit about your thoughts are here about the turnout. I mean, it was an amazing turnout, lots of support. What's up? What are your thoughts on?
It was a great turnout. There's a lot of people. It felt good to see all these people here, and it was just a good feeling. A lot of people.
Yeah. Do you feel that like New Mexico boxing is unique and different than any other boxing in any other state?
Yeah, I think so. I think in each state it's different, but it's just a good feeling over here in New Mexico.
So, hopefully we'll get you, your opponent gets here and you get an opponent, you get in the ring, because I know a lot of people out there want to see you get down and tear it up in the ring. So, thanks a lot for jumping on real quick and giving us your thoughts. And, hopefully, like I said, we get somebody in there with the ring for you, because we want to see you put on the show. April 28th is an event that you do not want to miss. Top premier boxing here in the state of New Mexico. And joining me right here live is her pro debut, Heather Clark. Pro debut in boxing. How does it feel?
I'm excited. Andres, I'm so excited.
Now, we had you on the show. We had you on the Countdown podcast. I've had you on my show before. Tell us a little bit about your feelings in regards to kind of switching over from MMA to boxing.
Well, it's a little bit less. I mean, there's more things to think about, but then there's a lot less things to think about. There's no knees, there's no elbows, there's no takedowns. So, I just got to kind of watch your hands, I guess. I mean, you got to watch your footwork a little bit, but really, I don't have to worry about getting kicked down in the shin area or in the head or whatever. So it's just a little bit less.
So in a way, you have a little less to worry about.
Yes, I think so. And then also, it's 8 minutes total as opposed to a possible 15 minutes that it could be in that. So, it's a little bit more of a sprint, so the time is a little bit different. So, that changed up things a little bit, definitely.
Absolutely. Now, tomorrow night, I mean, this crowd, let me tell you, a lot of people are here at the weigh-ins. There were a lot of people here, a lot of support. Tell me a little bit about your feelings seeing all these people here to support this event.
It's awesome. I can't even believe how many people showed up to the weigh-ins. I'm used to, having, 10 people out there, and it's all the fighters in their corners, You know what I mean? So it was really cool to have, just have those people, plus all the other people here. And, there's always just a different feeling, I think, with the boxing. The boxing fans are just a little different than MMA fans.
Okay.
So I kind of felt a little bit of that today. So
now,
it was fun.
Give me your thoughts on. A lot of people think that MMA is more of a production and boxing is more of the competitive side. It's more of a sport. It's not about what's going on. It's about who's competing. Tell me, do you see that? Is that something you believe in, or do you believe they're both both productions and competitive?
Yeah, I think they're both productions and competitive. I think that they're definitely. I don't know. I think MMA still has little quirks that they're figuring out, especially with the commissions and trying to get it unified. Whereas boxing has been around for so long, and so I think if you see that, sometimes it's a little bit of a headache trying to get things put together. And like I said, boxing maybe it's been around longer, so it's a little bit easier and it's been done. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But I don't take anything away from each athlete in each sport. They're both difficult sports in their own right. So.
Now, okay, obviously this is your boxing debut, and here at your weigh-ins, you said that you've been wanting to box for a very long time, and here's your chance. Is boxing going to be part of your agenda down the road?
I want it to be, I really do. I think that it will, if it open doors for me in other parts of the world. I'd love to fight in other countries, kickboxing, boxing, MMA, pancration, whatever it may be. I'm down. I love combat sports. I love full contact sports. So, whatever they throw at me, I'm down.
I like that. Whatever they throw at you. Now, you feeling that, real quick, I know you got to go here, but what are your thoughts on tomorrow's opponent? Are you ready to go? You guys did a pose off. Give me your thoughts.
She's shorter than me. She looks weaker than me, but I'm not going to underestimate her. I'm going to go in there just like I'm going against Holly, and I'm going to take it to her, and I'm going to be the one with my hand raised.
That sounds good. So, Heather Jo Clark, thank you so much for coming on to the show, and and I'm excited to be there tomorrow. Watch you tonight. Well, rock it out. I mean, it's going to be exciting, and
thank you.
And you're going to do great.
Thank you,
Andres.
so
much.
Thank you.
All right, and bringing on to the show, we have a special guest stepping in. She's not on the card, solo boxeo card, but we have female boxer Victoria Sisneros. How you doing?
I'm doing very good.
Oh, well, so you're out here supporting all these fighters. Tell us your thoughts on what's going to go down April 28th.
You know what? I've been training with Fidel Monado, and tell you the truth, he's ready. He's 110% ready for this fight. He's ready to go. Just like I said, he's ready to. He has a leash right now. He's just ready. As soon as he gets in there, the ballerines, he's gonna let it go. Also with Jesse, they're both in the same training camp. I've been training at over there where he's at, and everything's been good. I'm telling you, they look 110%. They're ready to go, just like.
So definitely it's going to be a show.
It's going to be a very good show, I would say. Yep. Sure
well,
is.
being this event, I got to say, is one of the premier boxing events here in New Mexico this year. And, you yourself, you being a boxer, we go back and we know you, especially when you fought Holly Holm and Hernandez pulled out.
That's right.
And you stepped in the ring, and you weren't even supposed to fight at all that night. You were actually in the audience.
Yeah, I was there to watch the fight, and then all of a sudden I get a call from my manager, Robert. He's like, "Get back here, I'm all, what's going on?" He said, "We're going to fight." I said, "I bring my equipment. It's okay, we'll find some." So we just, went ahead and find it. And
you had to use somebody else's trunks.
Yeah, everything. Even the mouthpiece, we had to remold it, hot water,
boiling water, stick it in, and wow. Now, tell me your thoughts on fighting Holly. I mean, she's a household name. People in New Mexico as well as you, but tell me your experience in getting in the ring with her.
Let me tell you, she's a tough fighter. I don't know what it was with her last fight, but when she's been fighting, and with my fight she was a hitter, hitter and runner, and this fight she sat there and she banged with the girl. If you know you can't handle the punches, why would you sit there and handle it?
Yeah,
I understand the respect of boxing. You want to be called the tough, you're ranked number 1, but you just don't do that. If you're not used to it, you're not, there's no reason. But you know what? She wasn't ready. Well, I'm not too sure. She said she was ready for that fight, but in my mind, she wasn't ready for that
now,
fight.
Now, Holly is getting in the ring again with her coming up. Tell us your thoughts. Is she ready now?
You know what? At the press conference, her voice sounded a little cracky. Started to cry. She was kind of emotional about that. But you know what? She just needs to overcome it. Us women in boxing, you're always going to get a hard fight.
Yeah.
You just have to go over it, and it's just another step. You go over through it. She succeeds, and she just has to go to boxing. No more MMA. She needs to stick to her boxing and put her skills in if she wants to win this fight.
Now, tell me a little bit about being a female fighter. How are there difficulties being a female and fighting out there professionally?
Well, let me tell you, I don't know about being. I'm a wife, I'm a mother. Sticking to that, I have to go home, cook, clean, do what I have to do. But to the fact where you have children, you have to, your mindset, when it's close to fighting, I had to stay away from the kids because you're tough. You're getting to where you want to kill, You have no choice. So, I stay the week away from my children to do what I have to do because boxing is a tough, very tough fight, It's for women especially. So it's either all or nothing.
Wow. Now, you're not fighting on April 28th card, but you do have a fight coming up. Talk about that.
I do. I'm fighting May the 5th in Connecticut.
Wow. So you're going cross country.
I have no choice. Nobody wants to fight me here, so might as well take it,
I like that thinking. If I have to
pack my bags and go, that's what I'll do, You call me, you let me know, I'll be there.
So what are your thoughts? Is that your first time traveling out to the East?
No, I fought in New York. I fought several places. I fought Denmark, New Zealand.
Wow.
So it's always been on I always been on the road. It's rarely that I fight here in home because, like I say, nobody wants to put up the money to pay for somebody to fight me. So I'll go out there and
you're gonna find it. You're gonna go hunt people down.
I sure do.
And when is that happening again?
It's May the 5th, Cinco de Mayo.
All right, so in a week.
Yes.
Wow, so you're coming up real quick.
Yeah.
And you've been training hard every single day?
I have. Like I said, we've been in Fidel Maldonado's training camp. And like I said, it's been tough every day.
So would you say working with the best makes you better?
You know what? It's not. It's all about you.
Okay.
You can't say you work with the best, you're with the best, that you're going to be the best. But, it's in your mind. If you think you're the best, you are the best. Nobody could be me. That's the way I look at it. Nobody's better than me. Nobody's, I'm number one. You have to be that way in boxing. It's either you or nothing.
Absolutely. Now, currently, what is your record?
My record right now, it's
So many fights that you can't. It's like you fight, you lose track, don't you?
I'll tell you this. I have 20 professional fights and more to come. But I don't have a very pretty record. I have more losses than I have wins. But I'll tell you this one thing. I fought the best of the best. I'm ranked number 4.
I think you've gained your respect.
That's right.
I think you gained your respect with that, and that's amazing. So, Victoria Sisneros, thank you so much for coming onto the show. I appreciate it. Like I said, you're not fighting on the April 20th card, but you are fighting in Connecticut on May 5th. So check her out. They could just Google you, find more information about you.
Just Google it. You'll find it on somebody will be there with their CanCom trying to put it on the internet. But it's gonna go good. So
absolutely. So good luck to you. Safe travels, and come back here with a win. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to bring in the Golden Girl herself. I have Stephanie Jaramillo stepping in and joining us. Stephanie, how you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Absolutely. Now, Stephanie, we're here live at the weigh-ins, and what are your thoughts on? I mean, a lot of people here. Give us your thoughts.
Well, we had a great crowd for the press conference, and we had a bigger crowd now for the weigh-ins. It's awesome.
Now, I know you're going crazy and trying to get this thing going, and it's been a lot that you've put into it. Tell us a little bit about your thoughts and how you feel the weigh-ins went.
I think it was awesome. I mean, there was a couple of guys really got into it.
Couple of good stare downs,
some really good stare downs. The main event's going to be solid. The co-main event, actually, this from the first match all the way to the main event is going to be slam card.
Everything is going to be jam-packed. Everybody pretty much showed up except Matthew Baca's opponent. What are your thoughts on this? Are you guys scrambling to try and find an opponent, or is an opponent there?
Well, he was supposed to show up for some blood work, and he never called us.
Okay.
And actually, we had called him because he was supposed to show up in town, check in, and everything was good. Kept calling him, wouldn't answer, or nothing.
Wow.
But sometimes that's boxing. Do you know what I mean? I mean, it's
up and down.
I went to Trinidad and Tobago for 2 weeks, and the fight was canceled about an hour before.
Whoa! Flying across the sea.
It's boxing.
Yeah.
I mean it's disappointing. It's sad, but. Unfortunately, that's the way
it works. But on the lighter note here, the rest of the card is jam-packed. Lots of good competition here. Now, tell us a little bit about your efforts in teaming up with Golden Boy and coming together to come up with this wonderful event.
Well, I'm the Golden Girl. He's the Golden Boy, and I think it just fits perfect.
Okay, and you told me before. Once this is done, you're going on vacation.
Oh, yes.
You're going to Disneyland, is that right?
Yeah, that's what my husband wants to go to Disneyland. My little boy wants to go to Disneyland, so hopefully we could do that. And then we want to go see our friend Vince in Los Angeles.
And visit him, Vince Cordova.
Yes, he's the one that had the brain operation.
And what is the status on him? I haven't heard from anybody, but...
He had to go in for 3 more surgeries on his throat and a couple other things, but he's doing good. He's
on the road to recovery, definitely.
He's doing good. He's going to be good. It's just going to be a really long recovery.
Take time and a lot of strength and energy with everybody, prayers and all that. Talking about April 28th here at Santa Ana Star Casino. I mean, I wanted to bring back the stare downs. I mean, you got a lot of big ones. Who was it? It was Jordan and John had a good stare down. They had something going on there. You could see them muttering something to each other. I believe in Jesus and Alderete. Charles Alderete had one as well. I mean, is that the stuff you like to see? You like to see that ferociousness?
It's exciting. It's like a build-up for the fight. And do you know what I mean? Like, when the guys stare at each other or the girls stare at each other, it always makes me want to laugh because, I mean, but I understand where they're coming from. They're like, I want to, but then sometimes it's just funny.
Okay, now tell me, I haven't been in a pose down or stare down before. I haven't competed in combat sports, but when you're staring down with somebody, I mean, do you want to laugh sometimes? Because I mean, you just said you're laughing because you're on the outside. You're kind of like,
with me, like I would just look in their eyes, and I was so focused on what I had to do, the next day or the next couple of days, that, I mean, it wasn't funny for me.
Okay.
It's funny. As a boxer, it's not funny. I mean,
but when you're on the outside looking in.
Outside looking in, it's funny. Yeah, but if a girl was to look at me, I would look at her right back, and when I train for war. So.
Do you feel that when you do the pose downs and the stare downs, do you think that's part of the game? That's part of the prep work before the ring? Do you feel that makes you or gives you an extra that oomph to get things going in the ring?
I think it does. It's good and it's bad. I mean, it's good. It's good to see if your opponent turns first or breaks the pose first, breaks the stare. But then if you do it first too, it makes you like So
you got to kind of, it's like a balance because you don't want to turn away first because then your opponent views you as weak, and you don't want to give him any thoughts of advantage or anything like that.
Yes, exactly.
Wow. Okay. I mean, like I said before, the weigh-ins went out fantastic. Lots of people showed up. These boxers are ready. I know you're proud to have 2 female matches here on the card. Tell us a little bit about that, especially you being a female fighter.
It's great. We have Heather Jo Clark and Chavira Jack. That's going to be an awesome match. Chavira is a girl of not many words, and Heather is a girl of many words.
I mean, she came up to the here to the podium and she was just like, "I'm so excited!" And I mean, it was kind of fun to watch her, and that's funny. And but then you got these 2 opposites and going head to head. So I'm really excited.
Chavira is an opposite in her own self because she's so shy, but in the ring she's a beast.
Wow.
So I mean, it's
so out there.
You can't judge a book by its cover because I mean, if I was to just look at both girls, I'd say, "Oh, Heather's gonna win," but there's gonna be a tough fight.
It's gonna be back and forth, and I had Heather on, and she was saying that since Chavira is a little shorter, she's gonna have to adjust to that. I mean, do you see that being a potential issue?
I don't know. It's not that much shorter at all.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it's going to make a big difference.
Okay. Now, tell us a little bit about your thoughts on the evening. Who fight of the night? Do you have your predictions yet, or are you kind of just there to see the show?
I think all of them are going to be the fight of the night.
Okay. Everybody's going to win.
All of them. I mean, no matter how you look at the card, it's going to be great. It's going to be. It's going to be just a build-up. Each fight's going to get better and better and better. And then when that main event comes on, it's going to, everybody's going to have...
I can feel your intensity. I can feel your excitement when you talk about the main event. Maldonado and Carcamo. And, I mean, these guys have never met before. Is that correct?
No.
Okay. And Carcamo is out of Mexico. And Fidel here in Albuquerque. I mean, do you feel this is going to go the 10 rounds? Is this going to be that exciting round-to-round punch action that's going to go all the way down to the line?
Fernando is an awesome fighter. He's cool. He's a really nice guy. His dad's a doctor. He flew in with a whole team of nutritionists and trainers, and I mean, he's taking this fight seriously. And like in his room, he had all kinds of oxygen tanks. And
wow.
I mean, he's taking it seriously. He wants to win. He says he is going to win.
Now, a few faces, new faces. The one I wanted to mention, John Herrera. Talk about this guy. He didn't say very many words. He just got up there and, better be ready, and that's it.
From Socorro. He's an awesome guy. I think he's going to be really amazing.
Wow.
A real good fighter. All of these matches are great. I mean, I can't wait till...
Absolutely. So tomorrow is going to be rocking. April 28th. Get out there. And where can they get tickets? Are tickets still available to the door?
I think they go off sale tomorrow morning.
Okay, so definitely get online real quick. They're done online by the morning, but box office is still open.
Box office is open. I think
an hour before.
I think all the way up to like about 2 hours in.
Oh, okay.
An hour and a half in.
And the doors open at 6:30.
6:30. The doors open at 6:30, but I believe the fights are not starting until 8 because we're gonna go live at 10.
Oh, that's right, and this will be televised on Telefutura.
Yes, it is.
So
usually they do a tape delay, but with them, they said, you know what, let's just go live.
Wow. So that makes the excitement go even higher because you're like, we're live from Sahana Star Casino.
Exactly.
For Golden Boy Promotions here at Solo Boxeo Tecate.
There's going to be, the arena holds almost 3,000 people. We have it almost sold out. And then we have about 5 million people are going to be watching Saturday.
It is going to be an evening that you cannot miss. So I know you got to get going. You're busy. You're getting things ready to go. So Stephanie, Golden Girl, Jaramillo, thank you so much for coming. on the show. I know you're excited. I'm excited. It's going to be a fantastic showing.
Awesome.
And everyone's going to have a good time. So we're at the end of the show today. So I'd like to thank you for tuning in and watching Chalk Talk airing on ESPN Radio 101.7, the Team KQTM FM, Rio Rancho, Albuquerque, on the Mix Talk Radio on the Mix Media Network. Now, I know we didn't get the Combat Sports Update, but we had Combat Sports today. So we'll get back on the Combat Sports Update with Sal Mora next show. So don't worry. Stay tuned. We'll get back to that. So I'm done here today. I'm your host, Andres T, and excited to be here and excited for a great event. And make sure you catch me, send me a message, give me your thoughts, themixtalkradio@gmail.com, and find us on Facebook, facebook.com/The Mix Media Network. Well, I'm done here today, and hope to see you out here, April 28th, Santa Ana Star Casino for Solo Boxeo in the Bosque. I'm signing you out.
1 minute to auto-destruct.
Are you the big chief or one of the little Indians?
Tell me your best quality.
Wow, you're shaking things up a bit, huh?
Thanks for tuning into the Mix Talk Radio with your host, Andres T. Download the Mix Talk Radio every Saturday on iTunes.